She ran out barefoot. No coat, no phone, 13 years old, and she just crawled out from under his bed. Not a monster under her bed. She was the girl under his bed. For 88 days, he killed her parents, took her, then locked her in that cabin like she was trash he didn't want to throw out yet. But she didn't die. She got out. She saved herself. You're watching an unbelievable true story, where we only tell real stories. Not to scare you, but to prepare you. This happened in Barron, Wisconsin, October 2018. Jayme Closs was just 13. A quiet girl, didn't cause trouble, had loving parents. One night, she heard the dog bark, then a knock. Her dad opened the door. Boom, shot dead. Her mom grabbed her and ran to the bathroom. Locked the door. Called 911. Didn't matter. He kicked it down. Boom, shot her too. Then he dragged Jayme out of the house. Threw her in the trunk, like she was nothing. She didn't know the man, but he knew her. He saw her get off the school bus one day and decided she was the one. Every 40 seconds, a child is abducted. 80% of the time, it's by someone they already know. Most people freeze because they've never been trained to act. We linked a family safety course in the description and pin comment. It teaches kids and parents what to do when something feels wrong, how to escape, speak up, and protect each other. Most danger comes from someone the child already knows. This course shows you how to spot it and stop it. Now stay with me, because we're about to break down who did it, how he fooled the cops, and what one brave move let Jayme walk out alive. Let's get into the full story. Jayme Lynn Closs, 13 years old. She loved dancing and ice cream, laughed at dumb jokes, shy in school, but close to her mom and dad. Her dad's name was James. Her mom was Denise. They lived in Barron, Wisconsin, a small town, friendly folks, lots of farms, not much trouble. They weren't rich, but they were close. You know, real family. Jayme didn't walk around at night, didn't go out alone. She wasn't careless, but none of that mattered. Not when someone was planning. It was October 15th, 2018, 2 a.m., quiet, cold. Jayme was asleep in her room. The dog barked, woke her up, then a knock at the door. Her dad got up, opened it. Boom, shot in the face. Jayme screamed. Her mom grabbed her. They ran into the bathroom, locked the door. Jayme held onto her mom. They were both shaking. Denise called 911, but couldn't say much. The line stayed open. Jayme heard the man outside the door. Heavy boots, breathing. Then the door smashed open. Boom. He shot Denise right in front of her daughter. Jayme was frozen. Couldn't move. Couldn't cry. Couldn't even scream. Then, he taped her hands, taped her mouth, dragged her out the house. Outside, his car was parked. He had taken the license plates off, even covered the inside of the trunk. He knew exactly what he was doing. He had been planning this for weeks. He threw Jayme inside, closed the trunk, and drove away. Now you're probably asking, why? Why her? Why this family? Here's the scary part. There was no reason. Jake Thomas Patterson, that's the man who did this. 21 years old, didn't know the Closs family, didn't talk to them, never went to their house before. He just saw Jayme one day, getting off the school bus, and said, she's the one. That's all it took. Let me pause for a second and tell you something that'll make your skin crawl. In the US, a child goes missing every 40 seconds. Source, NCMEC 2023. Jayme was just one of them. Patterson had quit his job, shaved his head, took out the dome light in his car, stole his dad's shotgun. He wanted to leave no evidence. No DNA, no hair, no fingerprints. He didn't want Jayme to survive. He said later, I planned to kill anyone in the way. And he did. After the murder, Patterson drove Jayme 2 hours away to a cabin in Gordon, Wisconsin, middle of nowhere. No neighbors, no lights. That place was cold, quiet, terrifying. He told her, if you try to leave, I'll kill you. And she believed him. He made her crawl under his bed, blocked her in with boxes and laundry bins, put weights and barbell plates around it. When people came over, she stayed under there. Hours. No food, no sound. She heard him moving around, laughing, living normal. She thought she might die there. And the world? We thought she was gone. The news played her face every night. People searched the woods. The FBI came in, but nothing. No calls, no leads, no clues, just her face on posters. And that quiet pain families get when hope starts fading. But Jayme? She wasn't giving up. She watched him, listened. Every time he left the cabin, she noticed where he put things. She waited for one single chance. On January 10th, 2019, he said he was going out. She knew this was it. He wasn't coming back soon. So she pushed the bins, crawled out, put on his sneakers, ran out the door. She ran down the road. Didn't care about the cold. Didn't stop to think. She saw a woman walking a dog, ran straight to her, said, "I'm Jayme Closs." The woman gasped, took her to a neighbor's house, called 911. That call went out like wildfire. Missing girl found alive. And when police got to the cabin, Patterson was on his way back. They caught him. No fight. He just said, "I did it." He confessed everything. Said he couldn't stop himself. Said he thought he could get away with it. But he didn't. And Jayme? She was alive. She didn't break. She didn't give in. She fought with her mind, with silence. And when it was time, she ran. You ever hear a story that just makes you sit still? Like your stomach got quiet? Like your brain stopped talking? That's this one. Jayme was just a kid. No training, no plan, no weapon. She just had courage. And let me tell you, courage don't come with a manual. It comes when you got no other choice. So after she escaped, the world went crazy. People were crying, cheering, hugging strangers. The FBI showed up. News vans lined the streets. The sheriff said, "Jayme is the hero in this case. No one helped her escape. She did it herself." Let that sink in. This 13-year-old girl, kidnapped, held like a prisoner, saw both parents murdered, and she's the one who saved herself. Now, let's go back for a second. Back to her home, the crime scene, because that's where it all began. The cops said it looked like a war zone. Blood on the floor, shell casings. The bathroom door busted open. 911 was called from Jayme Closs's phone, but no one spoke. Just noise, a scream, shuffling, then silence. By the time police got there, it was too late. They found James shot at the front door, Denise in the bathroom, and Jayme gone, just like that. At first, they thought maybe she ran away, but there was no way. Her stuff was still there. No coat, no shoes, no phone. Her dog was still at home, barking. And Jayme, she wasn't the type to run. So they searched. Air, land, water, thousands of people, volunteers with flashlights and dogs. No sign, no tracks, just silence. Meanwhile, up in that cold cabin, Jayme was under the bed, afraid to breathe, afraid to sneeze. He told her, "If someone comes, I'll kill them. Then I'll kill you." She believed him. Jake Patterson didn't live like a monster. Outside, he looked like some quiet guy. Drove to town, shoveled snow, went grocery shopping. Inside, he was holding a child like a thing. You know what he said later? "I knew I was going to take a girl. I just didn't know who." What kind of monster talks like that? He watched her, studied her bus route, figured out her routine, planned every step. And you know what's worse? He almost got away with it. But that's where Jayme changed the whole game. She paid attention to the sounds, to the way he locked the doors, to what shoes he left by the bed. She waited, and when that one tiny chance came, she ran like hell. After her escape, Patterson was arrested right away. He didn't fight, didn't lie, just sat in the police car and said, "I know why I'm here." They asked him, "Why Jayme?" He said, "I was driving to work one day, saw her get off the school bus. That was it." That's the part that makes you sick. He didn't know her, didn't hate her, didn't even speak to her. He just decided, like picking an apple off a tree. You think you're safe in a small town? Think again. You think locking the door is enough? Sometimes it ain't, because evil doesn't knock like a stranger. It watches, waits, then strikes. You know why I'm telling you this? Because too many people freeze. Too many people say, "That could never happen to me," but it can. That's why we added a real family safety course in the video description and pinned comment. It's not just talk. It's built by people who know what they're doing. Police, martial arts teachers, child safety experts. It teaches you and your kids how to spot danger early, how to escape, how to speak up, how to protect each other. No gym needed, just real skills that could save your life. Now let's talk about what happened next. The town of Barron threw a welcome home party for Jayme. She didn't want the cameras, didn't want the lights. She just wanted her family. But her family was gone. So she moved in with her aunt, started trying to live again, one step at a time. She got a dog, started school again, began to smile. Not every day, not easily, but it's a start. And Patterson, that coward, he got life in prison. No chance for parole. He told the court, "I would do it again." Can you believe that? Even behind bars. He's still evil. But Jayme? She ain't afraid of him. She gave a statement in court. She said, "He thought he could own me, but he was wrong. I'm stronger than him. I'm getting stronger every day." I don't know about you, but that made me cry. This little girl, who saw death, who lived in fear, who lost everything, stood in front of the man who hurt her and told him, "You don't win." You know what strength really looks like? It's not muscles. It's not loud voices. It's a 13-year-old girl in hand-me-down sneakers, running barefoot in the cold. Not looking back. That's Jayme Closs. She didn't want to fight with fists. She won with her mind, with patience, with guts. She didn't just escape. She outsmarted her kidnapper. And that's something people don't talk about enough. See, Jayme spent 88 days locked in that house. That's almost 3 whole months. No school, no sunlight, no hugs, no answers. Just the sound of Patterson walking up and down the hallway. The creak of the floor, the slam of the fridge, the click of the TV. He kept her in a corner under his bed, not just a mattress. He built a prison in that room. Laundry bins, weights, totes stacked high, like a trap, like a cage. And when people visited him, she had to stay hidden, hold her breath, stay still for hours. Can you imagine that? Being so close to rescue, but not allowed to speak. But Jayme knew something. She only needed one shot. And when he left that day in January, left her alone without blocking the bed, she made her move, didn't hesitate, didn't freeze. She pushed the bins aside, crawled out, took his sneakers, and ran. Now let me tell you something about small towns. People notice things, even if it's just a kid running down a snow-covered road in mismatched shoes. That's what happened. Jayme ran into a woman named Jean Nutter. She was walking her dog. Jean said Jayme looked thin, pale, scared. Jayme said, "I'm Jayme. I don't know where I am. He killed my parents." That woman didn't ask a bunch of questions. She just took her to the closest house, called 911, said 7 words that shook the whole country. Jayme Closs is standing in my kitchen. Police came fast. They cleared the area, protected Jayme, put a blanket over her shoulders, held her hand. She told them about the cabin, the man, his name, Jake Thomas Patterson. Meanwhile, Patterson was driving back. Didn't know she was gone. Didn't know the police were waiting. When he got close, they pulled him over. He didn't fight, didn't even lie. Just said, "I know what this is about." He confessed right there. Said he planned it for weeks. Said he shaved his head so he wouldn't leave hair. Wore gloves so he wouldn't leave fingerprints. He said he almost backed out, but he didn't. And once he killed her parents, he had to follow through. He said Jayme didn't talk much, didn't cry. Said he'd get mad when she wouldn't play board games with him. Can you believe that? He murdered her family, kidnapped her, and then got mad because she didn't want to play with him? That's not just evil. That's delusional. He told the police where to find a shotgun, where he burned his gloves and mask, where he hid her under the bed. He even admitted that if Jayme hadn't escaped, he would have killed again. Let me tell you something, friend. Some people don't need a second chance. They need a cell and a locked door, forever. So when he stood before the judge, there was no trial, no games. He pled guilty. Didn't want Jayme to have to testify. Now I don't think that means he grew a heart. He just didn't want people hearing the full details. But we did, and it was hell. The court sentenced him to 2 life sentences. No parole, no freedom, just walls and time. The judge said, "You are the embodiment of evil." And he is. But Jayme? She's something else entirely. She spoke through her lawyer. Didn't go to court herself. She didn't need to. Her words were stronger than any punch. She said, "He thought he could own me, but he was wrong. I outsmarted him. I was brave, and I am free." And man, that gave people goosebumps, because you could feel it, that this wasn't just a survivor. She was a fighter. She was a storm in a small voice. And let me say this, if you got kids, or nieces or nephews. Or if you ever walk to your car late at night and feel that chill down your back, don't just hope you're lucky. Be ready. That's why we linked a real family safety course in the description and pinned comment. It teaches parents and kids what to watch out for, what to do if something feels wrong, how to run, how to scream, how to survive. It's made by real experts. Simple stuff. No fluff. No fear. Just real tools that might save someone you love. Jayme Closs didn't wait for a hero. She became one. After she got out, she started living again. She went to school, spent time with her aunt and cousin, started therapy, and slowly smiled again. People tried to give her awards, money, trips. She said no. All she wanted was peace. She told people, I just want to be normal again. And you know what? She's earned that. Jayme didn't ask to be famous. She didn't want headlines. She didn't want people calling her the girl who escaped. She just wanted her life back. Her parents, her room, her peace. But life don't work like that. Not after something like this. She went back to school. Kids stare at first. Whispers in the hall. Teachers looked nervous. But Jayme? She kept her head up. Some days were hard. Some nights even harder. Can't sleep when you've seen what she's seen. Can't close your eyes without hearing that shotgun, that scream, that trunk slamming shut. But she showed up, every day, trying, healing, one day at a time. The town of Barron never forgot her. They had signs everywhere. Welcome home, Jayme. We love you. They made bracelets with her name, held candlelight vigils, raised money for her future. And still, Jayme stayed low. Didn't go on talk shows. Didn't write a book. Didn't chase attention. Because she ain't a brand. She's a human being. And that's what people forget sometimes. Behind every headline is a person, a kid, a family, a story that hurts every day. In 2022, Jayme started speaking out a little more. Not for fame, but for other kids. She wanted to let people know, you don't have to be big to be brave. That your voice matters, even if it shakes. That monsters don't always look like monsters. Sometimes they're just quiet guys in a cabin. Guys who plan things when no one's watching. And the world needs to know that. So yeah, this story is painful, but it's real. And sometimes real hurts. This girl watched her parents die. Got taken by a man she never met. Locked up like she was nothing. And still, she survived. That's power. That's hope. That's Jayme Closs. Now before we close, I want you to remember this. According to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, 2023, a child goes missing every 40 seconds in the United States. Let that sit in your chest for a minute. Every 40 seconds. And 80% of those kids, they're taken by someone they already know. So we can't just say, oh, that's rare. It won't happen here. Because it can happen. Anywhere. Anytime. That's why I keep saying it. Please check out the free family safety course in the video description and pinned comment. It's not for clicks. It's not for show. It's for the moment you hope never comes. When your kid says, something feels wrong, that course teaches what to do, what to say, how to run, how to live. It's simple. It's fast. It's real. And it might just be the thing that helps the next Jayme get home. Now, where is she today? Jayme's still living in Wisconsin. Still surrounded by people who love her. Still healing. She keeps things private, doesn't post much, doesn't chase interviews, because her story already spoke loud enough. But the scars? They're there. You just don't see them. They show up when the wind blows just right, or when the night feels too quiet, or when she walks past a house that looks too much like his. She's living though, breathing, smiling. That's what matters. And the man who did this? Jake Patterson? He's locked up in prison. No light. No freedom, no future, and good. That's where he belongs. Far from people, far from kids, far from light, forever. And if you ever doubt what courage looks like, don't look at soldiers. Don't look at superheroes. Look at a girl who was locked in a stranger's house for 88 days and still found the strength to run, to speak, to heal. That's courage. That's power. That's Jayme Closs. So hold your loved ones close tonight. Lock your doors. Teach your kids to trust their gut. And if something feels wrong, say something. Because silence never saves. But action does.